I'm here at the Royal Conservatory in The Hague to work with some jazz musicians and some classical musicians in a performance of my music. It's an interesting type of project because it allows musicians from the jazz departments and the classical department to come together and to try and figure out how to make music together.
I think this is a really, really great experience for, any classical musician to participate in. I have really had a good time doing this. I think the music is probably some of the coolest and most interesting stuff that I've played, of anything.
It's kind of a mix of contemporary music with rock, funk, jazz as well, and music from Cuba.
Whatever you see on the chart, you have to be informed about what is Nicaraguan clave or what is mid-70s LA electronic funk, for instance. So you really need to be prepared, let's say, musically to do this project.
We're working on performances of music originally written for my band, Secret Society. We're doing 2 tracks from my first album, Infernal Machines, and then 4 pieces from Brooklyn Babylon, which was the second recording. And then the third set of pieces is taken from my most recent recording, Real Enemies, and that's a piece about conspiracy theories and the politics of fear.
I like a lot all the message behind the music, like this always all the music is kind of a programmatic music that is oriented to some event.
So it's about conspiracy, and I try to speak in this way also with my saxophone to get this dark color and this dissonance in the music also, because conspiracy is not good, it's something weird, so I try to play like that.
The amazing thing about his music is that every tune is connected to each other. And at the end, you get a real sense of it. You can almost touch it. They are really telling a story.
Conceptual, I would say, very conceptual. Every small note has a meaning, something to back up its existence there on the ink and to make a meaning throughout the music.
So everyone's ready to start rehearsal? We good? All right, so.
We started on Monday, and the first day was a little bit challenging, I guess, for everyone. When you are on the stage with the real musicians and with the conductor and composer, you feel it and you hear it in another way.
Often it doesn't look especially challenging on the paper until you get into rehearsal and have to be able to play it with everybody. It's extremely challenging because I require everyone in the band to play and execute their parts with rhythmic authority.
There are some rhythms in here that I've never really had to think about playing. There's these really complicated mixed meters and just one note on one beat right in the middle of nowhere, and I have to get it right.
8-note rest before a triplet with I don't know. Then it's like, okay, I don't know where to put the 8-note rest or the 16 rest before that. It's crazy.
With any group of musicians, but especially with student musicians, there is a process, a sort of a discovery process that happens during rehearsal, a process of breaking things down into small tasks and just really trying to focus on, okay, so we're going to work on these 2 bars and we're really going to work on them slowly and kind of lock in the time and then build up from there.
For me, Darcy James is a perfectionist. So he really wants everything to be as perfect as possible. And during the rehearsals, if I missed just a tiny bit part, then he wouldn't be satisfied, which I totally understand. It's really demanding for me to really stand all the way through 100% precise and play every single bars with different syncopations and 100% accurate.
Yes! Fantastic. That's it. Got it?
Darcy James is such a great conductor. He's a tough guy in a way because his music is quite demanding, so people has to be focused, and people need to prepare a lot of things.
He knows what he wants, and I think he's a very effective conductor.
He will not expose his music even for a millisecond. He will be very demanding about what he wants to listen from his music.
But he knows how to handle a group of people, like he's really respectful all the time, trying to get the best of you. He always has a little speech before we play the music to bring us to this atmosphere or to explain us why this music happened,
Does anyone know about September 11th, 1973? Does that ring a bell for anyone?
Well, it's a really ambitious project. The special thing is that we play the music with the composer of the music. You can really work with him. I mean, there is no one better in the world to say how to play this music than him.
You can feel Darcy James music, but still you can show what you have to say about this music. So you are free to show your personality within the music.
I really like his approach with guitar, with my instrument. Normally in the traditional, let's say, it's a big band, guitar had kind of a side role. With this project, I have many solos, I have many melodies to play. It can give me a lot of space for create my music on his music.
Push the air as much as possible and just like...
My opinion is that Darcy came, and from the first moment that he came into the room, the requirements that he wants from his music and from the place that he comes as New York are really there.
I think all of us learned a lot about this really modern arranger master, because before our big band projects are definitely more traditional.
This is fantastic. I would love to do this again. I would really hope that there's a project like this next year. I think it's been immensely valuable for my growth as even a classical musician.